Good morning and welcome to the Crypto Day morning. For today's date, the final day of June, the 30th, 2018. Like always, all risks associated are yours. Your own risk reward for all investments in which you make. For me, risk reward management, always job number one. This will be a relatively quick video. I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin very quickly, and very quickly as well at the precious metals. Silvergoldbull.ca is my favorite place to buy physical silver. This is by no means an advertisement, but for me, it's the only place right now that I can buy precious metals with that of cryptocurrency. As far as the crypto space, everything is up today. We got Bitcoin up 9% to that of 6,400 and change. And everything else up. On average, it looks like around 11, 12, 13%. There's some laggers only up a few percent. And there's some ones doing better or close to that of 20%. So as of this moment, all the cryptos moving up together. But these markets still have a long ways to go for the market to end this downtrend, and more so to even start a new trend, because ending a downtrend means you go from negative, bearish, down to neutral, and then from neutral you can go to bullish. Now, the way these cryptos work, they can flip on a dime, and you're gonna get a lot of U and V shape formations. U-ish like this, and V like that. Well, not like that, but you get the picture. So if there ever was a situation in which this thing will bypass the neutral spot from downtrend to uptrend, I guess that wouldn't surprise me. It kind of did here. For it only had a few days in the correction area of the bull market, and then it lifted off the 18 average back on April 12th, and it kept going. Of course, that ended up being that of a bear market rally. Looking at this on the 60-minute time frame, this is a tight sideways range from this move higher. So this broke out from about 58 and change, rallying up to about 6,500. So that's a little over 10% from the lowest to the highest points. And there's been a lot of these moves where the markets go up and go sideways. The Dow Jones has done this many times, where it'll gap open, maybe depending on the price it's at, maybe 200 points higher or 300 points higher, and then just go sideways for the rest of the day. But this is not the stock market. This is crypto space. The markets never close. They keep going. But we're in the weekend now, so it'll be very interesting to see if this move was to end the weekend, as a lot of these traders, even though they can trade on the weekends, a lot of times may get their positions in order on the Monday to Friday schedule. I'm not saying, I'm just something that I think about along the way. 15-minute time frame, we can see more of this tight range. The lower end of the support, 63.60 and change, if not close to 63.70. And the upper end of this twice hit resistance point at about 64.40. So that's a difference of about like 70, 80 points, barely over a 1% range since this thing started going down from the highs at 10 p.m. yesterday. It's almost 10 a.m. today as I'm recording this video. So therefore, just half of a day of digesting these games. It's almost like an unsure situation, and the spot, well, this thing hasn't sold off, but there really hasn't been any rally attempt. So a lot of it is just a wait and see. These things can have the big U-V shape formations. There's one right there that's a U on a dime. And yeah, it's got to, I'm just going to finish off Bitcoin now at that, because I've already covered a lot of it in yesterday's video. The only video in which I'll be planning on doing right now for the day will be an altcoin detailed analysis on Status Network. Right now in at 1,063, but I'll get to that later on. That will be the only plan. If anything big happens with Bitcoin, yeah, then I'll probably put out a video, or even any other cryptocurrency that I feel is worth mentioning. And if anything, any ideas come in my head, oh, that'd be a cool idea. That's very common for me, but you never know when unknown ideas will pop through the brain. Now let's quickly go over silver just very fast. This is the first time silver went below $16. since the middle of December of last year. This has been mainly trading amongst this range in here. You had two situations in which it had a failed breakout, but really not a fast move lower. Whether this one will be a fast move lower now, still got the potential to do so. And if there's going to be any decent support test, I'd be looking down towards this level. But this has just been a very, very large choppy mess. But I do like accumulating the physical metal. I put a hiatus of buying precious metals through cryptos until either the market can rebound in Bitcoin or it can find its key support test and then rally from there. And yeah, it's just a choppy mess overall, but it's pretty cool to still just talk about, and really awesome to purchase, hold, and realize that I have a store of wealth of physical scientific properties that is pretty cool. Now this is the weekly chart. I just feel like drawing something. Maybe this means something to me. It means an inflection point, or what I call that in trading, of D-Day, decision day, is nearing more and more as this extreme low volatility that this has been facing for the last couple or years or more, or close to, has got to come to an end I'm not going to say very soon, but at some point, and you'd have to think very soon. When we look at it on the Canadian point of view, I guess I can draw a similar deal here, at least from the 2015 lows, something like that, which connects the key lows, and something like that right now. So it's holding this uptrend, but has done nothing to break the downtrend that has occurred since the summer of 2016, or the highs from 2 years back. And finally, within the fiat currency index, at least the US against other ones, to me, these are all a bunch of pieces of paper, digital numbers created by central banks that have a lot of inflationary value, but they are based on a debt-based system. Many people in this world are in big levels of debt, or large levels of such, because the system guarantees it. Only central banks, and other banks as well, are allowed to mine fiat debt notes. If you do it, or any other regular person, it's called prison time. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.